Morning, everybody. So this has been a very aggravating 45-acre field. Well, it was supposed to be 45 acres. I'm only going to plant, it'll probably be about 32, 33 acres of it. And it's because of clods. I don't know how well the camera picks that up, but the clods out here are horrible. Mainly because of compaction from last fall's silage harvest. This was a cornfield last year. Well, it was a wheat field that got no-tilled into corn after we chopped the wheat off. So you had compaction. Right down there. So you had compaction from the trucks chopping off the wheat. Then we came in, ran the VT across it, used this corn planter on it. Then you would have had compaction with the trucks for corn harvest, or corn silage, sorry. I mean, you keep saying silage, not just corn harvest. And that is where the majority of the compaction probably came from. The start of harvest last year, we got a big rain, stayed kind of damp for the first third of harvest. I'm pretty sure this was taken off fairly early because it started to get dry, because being a second crop, it was behind. So it started to dry down. We took it off. Trucks in corn silage, I mean, 90, 95,000 isn't out of the ordinary. That's why we buy the overweight permits every year, so we don't have to worry about it so much. But yeah, the clods are causing a problem. Normally now, clods would get taken care of during winter. This was ripped, well, half of it was ripped last fall, half of it this spring. Because we were ripping this in December when we started to freeze up. Called it quits for a couple months. Well, normally the snow in the winter that falls, that moisture would soften up all the hard spots. Well, without the moisture last fall, that didn't happen. Then the other thing we have out here is powder. Yes, I know. Where these old ditches used to be, it's just powder sand. I mean, it's like moon dust. If you were to walk across it right now, your foot would sink in 4 or 5 inches at least. That's what she said. And the powder drives the monitor nuts. It always thinks it's over planting and going crazy. I have yet to verify that it does overplant in the powder, but it's an aggravating field. So I got thinking, I never really explained why we have these sandy areas. The sandy strip here stretches off that way and that way. And then there's another real big one right along the edge of the hay over there where the pivot's at. What that is where our old ditches used to be when this was flood irrigated. We put up these pivots the year after I came home from college, so carry the long 2010. Wow, that's already been 10 years ago. Anyways, so the sandy areas are where the ditches used to be, because that's where the sediment would build up in them ditches. So when we closed in all the ditches, there's still just a lot of that old sediment that comes through our irrigation water left behind. And we've got one farm where we put up the pivots. We had the first pivots in the area, put them up in the spring of 2000. You can still see a line where the ditch was 20 years later. There's not a big sandbar like these ones, but you can still see when that crop is growing, you know exactly where that ditch was. So, just another one of the interesting things about farming in our little desert. for the first time this planting season, time to kick on the lights. Oh, isn't it pretty? Got a 40-acre patch I'm trying to get finished up tonight. On the plus side though, got a nice lake view to keep me entertained while I watch the sunset out this window. Can't beat them Colorado nights, right guys? Well, that field's done, so I guess talk to you guys later.